Now to the latest on the Baltimore-Bridge collapse. The city has filed suit against the owners of the container ship Dolly. The lawsuit filed in federal court claims the crew was potentially criminally negligent for leaving the dock the night of the collapse. Officials say alarms alerted them about the power supply on the ship before they departed. Our Scott Broom is in Baltimore this afternoon with the latest reaction. Scott.
Well, you got to remember, today marks 4 weeks to the day that the Dolly crashed into that bridge and fell into the water. A short time ago, we had access to Baltimore Mayor Brandon Scott. He's now refusing to comment now that this is all in litigation and in court, preferring to let the lawsuit speak for itself. But the city of Baltimore alleging that the Singapore-based owners of the Dolly committed carelessness, negligence, recklessness. The city claiming the ship was not seaworthy when it left the dock on the night of the collision with the bridge. It had a power outage. The city demanding the ship owners, Singapore-based, pay for the entire bridge, a number that's likely obviously to go in the billions. Again today, the fourth week since the bridge came down exactly. A briefing today, Mayor Scott and Wes Moore, we got word from them that the largest lift of debris yet last night occurred, 500 tons, and that clears the way now for them to get a 35-foot deep channel open. That meets the deadline that they were seeking by the end of this month. 35 feet is a big benchmark because it's going to allow bigger shipping to start moving out of the port as early as late this week. Here's some of what Governor Moore had to say.
And today, Unified Command began laying out buoys and lights to mark the fourth temporary channel with a controlling depth of 35 feet. That channel is scheduled to be available to transit later on this week, weather permitting. And that is going to allow several ships in the Port of Baltimore to be able to move through that are currently stuck, to allow them to move through the channel. Today, this piece right here, this represents 560 tons of steel. That 560 tons is about the weight of a jumbo 747. That's what was pulled out from the water yesterday.
Well, I asked the Coast Guard exactly what ships are going to move, and they didn't quite have an answer, but you can get on the internet and look at some of the marine tracking websites, some of the size of some of these ships that can move at that 35-foot depth, and they are big. They include car carriers, bulk carriers, and the like. So we're talking about late this week to begin getting major oceanic shipping moving out of the port. It's only going to be a window of about 4 or 5 days to get these ships that are trapped out. Then they're going to close it down again to try to remove the Dolly itself, which is still jammed out there with a big section of the bridge on it. They are now targeting the end of May to get the entire shipping channel open. That big lift last night, the Army Corps of Engineers released this video showing just how huge these sections are. The crane lifts it, and then the tugboats pull the barge backwards and take it to shore where they drop that debris. So a lot of progress happening here in Baltimore with the potential of shipping moving by the end of the week in a new 35-foot channel. Reporting live in Baltimore, Scott Broom, WUSA 9, back to you.
Yeah, this of course coming as great news to all the Port of Baltimore workers there, because every day it's been shut down is another day that they go without pay. Scott, thanks.